Happy Wealth Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in today. It's a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. I hope you had an incredible day. For those of you joining me for the first time, my name is Boalia Desmond. I'm a wife to one, a mom of two boys, and I'm on a mission to help families create and increase generational wealth because of what debt freedom has done for our families. And I believe everybody should live a life of choices. So today's message, I titled, Offense is a Blessing Blocker. Offense is a blessing blocker. So the reason I'm bringing up this topic is because just recently I had an opportunity to be offended, right? Okay, so something happened between, a conversation happened between my mom and I, which was completely unprovoked, but it happened, right? So that gave me an opportunity to, to right away get offended and right away get angry. And I'm not gonna lie, I did spend some time stewing about it. I did spend some time, getting really, really upset about it because of the nature of how it happened. There was just no reason for it to happen. And so I want to talk to you about this because each and every one of us has an opportunity, and we will always have an opportunity where offense will try to get us, right? Offense will try to get us. It will try to keep us down. It will try to it will try to block our blessings by the offense. Okay, you don't want to be offended. You don't want to live a life of offense, because that will in turn to a hardened heart, because you're going to harbor unforgiveness, and then in turn your heart can become hardened. And if you think about it on a day-to-day basis, when we have a relationship with Christ, every single day we're asking for favor, right? Every single day we're expecting God to bless us. Every single day we're expecting, God to keep us safe and so forth, right? Those are all things that we're asking God for. So, but when we start to be offended and we start to have a hardened heart, even the things that we were once grateful for, we start to not see them. Okay, and that can be a dangerous thing. And so, I had to go through the process, in my mind. I got to let it go because number one, I wanted to keep my relationship with God clean, right? Because if you go to God in prayer and you say, God, search my heart, God, show me the things that are not pleasing to you, show me the things where I'm burdened, he's going to ask you, he's going to remind you that that's the thing you need to take care of first. And because you want to keep that open relationship and communication with God, you want to handle that, right? You want to handle that and not allow it to be the thing that that draws you into a place of where you're just not free, because it's going to bother you. So some of the reasons, what are some of the reasons that we could get offended, right? What are some of the reasons that offense can creep in? Number one, pride. It was easy for me to say, hey, how dare she? That can be a pride issue. It can be like, I don't have to deal with X, Y, and Z. I don't have to, deal with them anymore and so forth. But it's pride. And you know what? God does not want us to be proud. And then the other reason can be control, right? We can be manipulators. We can use control to manipulate other people, to control situations maybe, and that it can make you have a, number one, a hardened heart, and you have a barrier. It can cause a barrier between your relationships and the people that you're trying to control, right? So don't use control either. So I just, I wanted to speak about that because maybe you're in a place where you are offended. Maybe you're in a place where somebody said something to you and you've been stewing about it, you've been angry about it, and it's just forcing you to kind of it can change your character for a little bit if you allow it to. So I just wanted to touch base on that and say maybe you're harboring unforgiveness that started as offense because of something that was done to you. Maybe something was done to you when you were a little child, or maybe even as an adult. Ask God to erase those memories, because when you don't remember things, when you don't remember any of that, you can't get offended by something that you don't remember happened. Ask God to erase the memories, because He can do that. He can do that. Impossible for us to just say, hey, I'm not going to remember something anymore. But He can do that for you. So do not let offense be the root that takes you to unforgiveness and puts a wedge in your relationships, or a wedge between you and God, because you want to keep that line open. You want God to know everything about you. You want to come easily to Him, and the first thing He's going to do anyway is remind you to go and forgive the person, so you might as well do it. So I thank you for tuning in. I hope you were able to be a blessing to someone, since it's Wealth Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow.